Or do we haven't got any celebrations for them yet?
No. So I got a couple of birthday, friends' birthday.
We need it now, but not saying
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I'll get this one, please.
Yeah, of course.
Do you take the card?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I was just thinking that.
Is it all done? Do you need a receipt?
No, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That's it, mate. Okay. So Okay. Right then. That one. I think I might move that camera a bit closer. As we can see, it's me. This is more of the portrait like that. Okay, I was working on putting in detail along here. Done most of the face. Just working on this bit now, really. Rightio. Just filling in this bit of texture there for his fur. I think how much of this dark line I want to keep in. I'm going to leave it for now. Might make it disappear a little bit. Go. Blend that first bit there. What I don't like is it focuses on me and I have this camera angle. Never mind. Right, let's do a bit of the white fur. Sorry for that for you then. Just sorting out some food. Yeah, we got that. Right. Where were we?
Look at this. This is like oh, okay. And it's also a youth. At the happy. Oh.
Thank you. Think it looks like him? I'm using about 3 different pictures though to make his portrait, so I've got to try and make him look a bit younger.
Oh.
So yeah, and his chest less fluffy on the one picture, less fluffy than that.
Oh right, okay.
So that's 3 pictures that I'm using to make his portrait.
It's gorgeous.
But I think it looks like him so far anyway.
Yeah, I don't think you could mistake it for any other dog.
Yeah, so I'm trying to make him look more like that one on the left. That's also the lighting's darker there. And I have to put some highlight in, but I haven't put all the white flecks in, and I'm just wondering, it's finding the balance really. Just got to keep working on it until I'm happy with it, and then see if the customers are happy with it.
What is it? Paper?
It's pastel pencils. They're like chalk pastel.
I'm sure they won't be disappointed.
Well, hopefully. We'll see. Yeah.
Oh. I like that. Mm. When are we supposed to rebuild that? When is it? Oh. That's amazing. Yeah. Exactly. Seeing that one.
Yeah.
I just put things like this in my bin. People can't use like steal anything off them, can
I don't think so. No.
they? Just an old router, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just bin it.
Fine. Right. What am I doing now? Sort of got him to a point where he's about 85% done. So I really need the customer to have a look and see what they think about that, because I'm trying to work from 3 different photos to make him look a bit younger than the photo that we've got as a reference. So I'm going to move on to this one. It means I need to pick all the colours first. So I'm going to change the camera now, just have a look at all the pastels and things, and we'll do the colour picking for that one. Yeah.
dog said everything apart from a Jack Russell.
So what I'm doing is picking the colours on Photoshop. I've made a new layer. I've got another photo over there. So I've got one photo here. This is what I'm using for the reference. This is more like a true colouring. She's quite dark. Here I've got nice sunlight on her, but she's a bit light. So I need to find a happy medium. So I'm going to pick the colours in here and then use that one when I'm actually sort of drawing it. So I just get the brush tool on a new layer, pick the colour in the area that I want to have a look at. So like that. And then draw a blob. And then I can use that colour. So ready. Yeah.
How much do you charge to do
To do a portrait?
Yeah.
Depends. So we've got a couple of different options. They start from 95 for the watercolour,
Yeah.
which is the ones on the left there, the 3 in a row. That sort of size in the mound, 95. Pastels, which is what this is, and all of the right hand side, they start from 295, and then your frame is on top on both of those. So, which one were you sort of thinking? If you're
Well, we've got a cat. I probably like to have something that's
Yeah.
But it's I don't think we've got that many pictures of her, to be honest.
yeah,
That's the problem. We'd have to do a few.
yeah, you still got the cat.
Yeah.
You've still got
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
yeah,
still
yeah.
got it,
So you
yeah.
could take some photos. I think a lot of the time people come to me with photos that, you know, we take photos when they're doing something cute or they look funny or whatever, but you don't
That
always
doesn't
think
necessarily help you.
No.
does it?
so you don't always think, oh, that'll be great for a portrait. But obviously if you can take some photos with that in mind,
Yeah.
then you usually get
Yeah.
a good result. So yeah.
I quite like watercolours. this one that you've done of your own cat,
Yes,
I mean, is that watercolours or
that's
is that
pastel. Mm. Yeah.
That's amazing how you've just caught all the things in its eyes.
Well, the scale makes a difference on that one.
Yes.
Because obviously the cat's a smaller
Yeah.
animal, and then it's a huge portrait. So it means that the detail I can get in is very fine.
Mm.
So I can get loads of detail in there. That's why that looks different.
And
So
I
a
bet
lot of
that took ages to
it
do.
did take a while. It's at least 2 weeks. And
Oh, is
that's
that all?
yeah, it's only it's working a couple of hours a day, really. 2, 3, 4. It depends. Good days and bad
Yeah.
days, depends how long,
Oh, you've got a card or anything?
Yeah. This one here.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. With the cat on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, so if
I
it's
mean,
something that you
Yeah, I mean, we're not local, so it would be a touch of probably sending them through on a email.
that's
or
fine.
something
I
like
work
that,
on the
so that-
computer from the computer screen, so email is how I do it anyway. The only thing we'd have is probably best not to have it framed here, because putting a frame with glass in the post is just
Yes,
asking
yeah.
for it, really. So
Yeah.
so what we would do is do the portrait, put the mount around it, because that is included, which is the sort of cardboard, the
Yeah.
mount around the border, and then you could take it to a framer or whatever.
Yeah, we've got a
Nearer to you.
local framer that we've used before, and they're pretty good.
Yeah.
So which ones did you say were?
So watercolour are these ones, this one, this one, this one, them two. They're all pastel. Pastel first, and then watercolours.
Seem to catch a bit more in the pastels than
Yeah.
you do in the
It's a different medium, so it's more difficult really to get the detail in the watercolour. Although what I will say is these examples, I am working differently to them now. I seem to be putting more detail in. So these are all pictures from the last couple of years. That's a more recent one, I think. No, what's that one say? 23. There's Betty. I can show you a pug I've done recently, just to show you what I mean. So he's a bit more detailed than the other ones.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Right. And is that the smallest size?
no, so ignore the paper size, because I always paint it on a bigger piece of paper,
Right.
because it needs to be cropped. So it's that sort of excuse all the mess in here. It's that size there of the two in the mount, yeah. 10 by 8, and then yeah, and then they fit in those little frames. The one in the middle with the black frame, that's a professional frame. So the difference between, you can get the shop bought frame.
Yeah.
They're okay, but
No,
when you
I'd
pay,
get it framed.
it definitely makes a difference
Yeah.
framing it properly.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously I just offer different budgets,
Yeah.
different things with different budgets. So yeah, I can do a large watercolor if you want, which is, see the greyhounds, the two dogs there in the grey frame, be that but one. Let's see. Oh, my phone's on the thing, so I can't show you a picture. But yeah, so imagine portrait, obviously, be the same size as the pastels, but just in the watercolor. That's 180. So you got 95 for the single face that's small, and then it's 180 for either two or one large one.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right then. Right. Oops. let's get back to colour picking. Sorry, I'm in my shop, so if I have customers come in, then I will talk to them. So I've colour picked here a few of the browns and the highlights. The eyes are a very similar colour to the other one, so I've got the colours already for that sorted out. Her nose is kind of a pinky colour in the middle, peachy. And then that's actually purple there. Purpley brown. Okay. Oops, I don't want to do that. Oops. So basically there's lots of nice dark browns and a few red browns. So come back to my pastels now. So what I'm going to do is move you so you are looking here. Oops. This is my little untidy workspace. Okay. And I'm going to do some colour picking. So I don't need these ones so much. I want my pencils. So I'm just going to go through the ones I've already picked out for the other one. Probably will need some greys for the white fur, but I'm focusing on the browns at the moment. So let's look at the browns. So what I'm going to do is just get all the browns I think, sort of peachy colours and things like that, I think I'm going to use. And I'll test them all on the same piece of colour piece of paper as the background and then go from there. High colour. Don't need the blues so much. Kind of purples and peaches. Greys. Okay, so that's what I've already used. There's a couple more there. Grey or green. Have a look in the packs. Okay. There. So we have all of these, which are not all really suitable. So test them. The whites are okay, we don't need to test them. So I do a little mark, see what it looks like, and put that there. And then do the next one. That's black, I don't need to do that one. So I know which one's which. Let's keep them in order. Running out of space. I know it's from that very little one there. I started a new line. There we go. Okay. So I can see what they all look like on this colour paper. And then I can have a look back at the Photoshop document and see what we've got that's similar. Pick them out and then I start to do some work with it. And I'm probably going to start with the eyes first, which I need to record, so I will need to come off the live in a second. So if you've got any questions or if you want to say hi or anything to the one person who's watching me now, if you could just say hello, that would be great. I'll say hello. So yeah. Okay, so I think I'm going to end the live now because there's a few things I need to do. It's all too much. I can't have the phone recording. I need to be recording this to start. So there will be a YouTube video coming out soon on the whole process of me actually making this. So look out for that, I suppose, if you're interested. And I'll see you again on another live.